To the Democratic Republic of Congo now, where there has been intense new fighting between the army and M23 rebels. According to reports, the rebels have now entered Uvira in the east of the country on the border with Burundi. The city is the only major settlement in the mineral-rich South Kivu province that they have not captured. Nearly 200,000 people have fled their homes in eastern Congo in recent days. President Felix Tshisekedi accuses Rwanda, which backs the insurgents, of breaking a peace agreement. Rwanda denies supporting the rebels. Kambale. Musavuli is an independent consultant at the Centre for Research on the Congo-Kinshasa. Joining me from Washington, D.C. Kambale, great to have you with me. What is the situation in Uvira at the moment? What are you hearing?
It's quite alarming. Our contacts are telling us that they have seen soldiers circulating into the city. They're identifying them as the forces of the M23. And of course, we know for the past 3 days, even beside the taking over of Uvira today, there have been advance of the M23 in taking over a few towns, the town of Luvungi, where we've had massacres of civilians, and we've received horrific videos of that. And as you mentioned, it's been estimated with the latest push, at least 200,000 people have been displaced, added to the 7 million already internally displaced in the DRC. So it's quite alarming to see that this is happening after the so-called Washington Accord was signed 3 days ago.
Kambale, what will it mean if Uvira falls then to the M23 rebels?
The town of Uvira is literally across the border with Burundi. From indications from the Burundian government, they are quite concerned with the M23 being into the town. It can actually escalate into a regional conflict, and that is something that is quite predictable. It has happened in the past, where the conflict has engaged more countries in the region. So the taking of Uvira threatened the security of our neighbor Burundi. But of course, the biggest story is the civilians, right? The civilians living in the city of Uvira now, they don't know what will happen to them, what will happen to the lives tomorrow. Will they be going to work or not? And also, we don't know the death toll. So the biggest challenge will be what the Congolese population is facing, but also we know regionally it will affect Burundi.
And what about Burundi, which also shares a border with Congo? What role is it playing here?
Okay. Burundi is a partner to the DRC. They have engaged with the DRC government in providing military support to the DRC military as the M23 has advanced through the eastern part of DRC. But I want us to think through of how, even after signing a peace agreement, the peace is still very fragile. Right? Burundi has security concerns. There are rebel groups in DRC that affect this country. The DRC is trying to stop the movement of the M23 in taking over more and more town. And this situation just makes the whole clashes happening for the past 2 years much more complex than we need to be. For the Congolese people, I will assume also for the people of Burundi, after 29 years of conflict, we do want peace in the region. We want peace in the DRC.
Kambale, just before we go, what of last week's agreement? President Trump hailed a historic peace deal between DR Congo and Rwanda. What does the M23 advance mean then for that agreement? Where are we with peace?
The Washington Accord signed 3 days ago now did not take into account accountability and justice, right? So we've been saying that for the past 3 days, that because there is no mechanism of holding perpetrators of violence accountable, this peace agreement will not hold any teeth to actually bring about peace and stability. We see today the international contact group, the United States and a few European countries, putting out statements pressuring the M23 to bring in halt to its movement, and also recalling the UN Resolution 2773 calling for Rwanda Defense Force soldiers to leave the DRC. So that international pressure, even that statement, has no teeth because the accord did not actually have a mechanism for accountability. So for peace to last, we believe we need justice. And if we don't put the mechanism of holding perpetrators of violence accountable, we will not have lasting peace in DRC.
Kambale Musavuli from the Centre for Research on the Congo-Kinshasa. Great to get your input. Thanks so much.
Thank you.